So today, Sherry and I decided that we were going to go into Chinatown. I was looking for a couple of specific items, and also we were going to go see our friend Rafi. Now, Rafi, he owns the Little Cashmere Company. He sells cashmere rugs and some other things from there. We've got to know him, and he's a really nice guy. And we found him because he was right next door to the Excelsior Craft Collection, which is where Sherry gets all of her caftans from. Anyhow, so our first stop was go there. We're going to have breakfast with him because he invited us to do that. And we get there, and the place is closed, and we didn't have any contact for him. And then the next door, it's closed as well. So we're like, what the heck are we going to do? Anyhow, this girl comes running up to us and flags us down, and then takes us a handful of feet down the street, same side of the street, and then off to the left down a lane for another 50 feet or so. And there's Rafi having breakfast, and we end up hooking up with him there. So the map basically shows the name of the little place. It's kind of an outdoor kind of a restaurant called Absolutely Roti and Tea. And it's only, like I said, a few feet off the street, and then we round the corner, and there's Rafi. This is our friend Rafi. He's waiting for us there because we said, yeah, we're going to come down and join you for breakfast one day. And he had begun to wonder if we had forgot all about it, but like I said, we didn't have contact, and so he must have somehow sent that girl to come looking for us, and then we sat down and enjoyed some breakfast with him. So as you can see, it's basically some AstroTurf on probably a paved parking lot, and then they've got like a mobile, a couple of cook locations, and then some shade from the top. And really, to be honest, it was a super comfortable place. Like it was in the shade. There was a nice breeze coming through there. They had some fans to keep you cool and the air moving. And I'll include some pictures of, he used to have a similar kind of setup right on the front street in front of Rafi's shop. I'll put that in at the end so you can see it, and he had since moved over to this. And now we'll move on to my breakfast. So this is my breakfast. I ordered this on the advice of Rafi. It's one of his favorites, so I thought I'd give it a shot. So what we've got here is couple of mutton chops. There's a little bit of mayonnaise in that little fry pan looking thing. That's a roti that's been cut into quarters with some mushrooms, and according to Rafi, not too hot a pepper. Yeah, bullshit on that. The skinniest dark green one on that thing was pretty fucking hot. The rest of them were, like I would say, like a medium heat. And some fresh tomatoes and purple onions along with some asparagus. That was my breakfast, and let me tell you, it was super filling, and they cooked those chops to perfection. And I'm glad I ate it, and we're going to go back there, and this is how that was ordered and what the cost of it was off the menu. Next we'll go on to Sherry's breakfast. So Sherry for breakfast orders the classic Thai tea with the rotis filled with bananas and then drizzled with chocolate. The Thai tea, interestingly enough, was made with milk from goats, and Rafi insisted on adding to our breakfast and ordered this cream cheese filled with spinach in a roti, and man, was it ever delicious. And of course, like I said, the restaurant's called Roti and Tea. And one thing I noticed right away, as soon as I started eating, there was something unique about this roti. It was spectacular. Like I got to learn how to make this. And then, so you can see the guy in the page there. He's the owner of the restaurant, and there's also a market where he sets up and sells some of the mutton and stuff that he raises. He's got a farm with a few cows and some goats and that he uses to facilitate this restaurant. But on that sign, the rotis are actually Michelin rated rotis by Auntie. So yeah, they were good, and we'll see how it goes for me trying to figure out how to make them. So just as we're getting ready to leave, hey, look it's the guy from the poster. The owner showed up, and we get a chance to talk to him about the food. I am so looking forward to heading back there and trying some of the other stuff on the menu. So after leaving the roadie shop, we come across this mangy cat, and let me tell you, rode hard, put away with wet, and not too friendly a specimen either. But I guess if you've had as tough a life as he, why would you be friendly? Like Snoop and his dog say, that cat's been stoned way too long, man, way too long. Anyhow, this is a really nice looking caftan, and this is Sherry's new favorite caftan. Priced a little higher than the other ones, but man, it's a real beauty. So these next few slides are we're walking towards Chinatown, but this area here is where the night market is, and it's roughly just around noonish kind of thing. And then I took these more to show you when the whole place starts to come to life. So they start assembling the structure at this time of the day, and then making it ready for just as it gets dark. That's when the whole nightlife comes together. So on our walk here, what we found this particular day was that the heat was just killing us. Whenever we had to step out into the sun, it was basically sucking the life out of us. So at a certain point we said, look, why don't we just duck into a restaurant or something, and we'll get a cold glass of water or something and drink, and we'll cool down. And then from that point on, I would look at the map and see maybe it was just better to grab a vehicle and go over there. We stopped in at this restaurant, actually, is the Butter is Better. And it turned out, looking on the map, yeah, we had a 15-20 minute walk from where we were to get to where we wanted to go. And a grab ride would have set us back $2.70. So we went for the big spend. But turned out the place that we stopped at was a really cool little restaurant. I think it's got a local reputation, and all we had was a smoothie, passion fruit mango smoothie, and I had a bottle of water. But we are going to head back to this, and the next few slides will just show you the quirkiness of the restaurant and some of the food that they have to offer. So here's what the place looks like from the outside. It's definitely got that 50s vibe to it, and of course once you get inside there, and I mean, look, you got all these little tchotchke things from that era of phonograph records. I mean, that TV, ads that you used to see in the back of comic books and stuff like that. Like, one of my favorites is the sea monkey things. These are all under like glass covers on, right here under your tabletop cover. And it's been around a little bit. I've got some pictures of the menu. I'm just gonna fly through them. We just took a few pages out of. They've got a continuous Thanksgiving dinner leftovers event going on here. And then here's some of the sandwiches, and then we go into their breakfast menus and daily specials. And if you want to read a little more, and just pause the video. But we didn't copy the whole thing. I think this is about 30% of their menu. And apparently they make their own pastrami in the store and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to go back and give this a shot sometime. And then just a couple more images of the place. It's tired. It's been around for a bit. But the staff are super friendly, and cats are very welcome here. And it's Christmas time. So this is me just sending a picture to the Grab driver so he knows what to look for when he comes to pick us up. That's a common method of saying, this is where I am, come to this spot here. And then we saw this thing on our way there. This is a Wat that we want to go to, and it's a pretty nice looking Wat. And of course, the point here is that all the time that we had been walking to where we wanted to go, I had been reading the map the wrong way, and we were 180 degrees out of phase on that, walking completely in the opposite direction of where we had to go, and that's why we were so long to get to where we needed to go. If we had just done it right, we were only a few minutes away. So we finally make it to Chinatown, and the main purpose was I was looking for some corn. I wanted to make this soup, and we didn't have corn locally in our market. And also we wanted to find supplies to make the lanterns on our own. We're now educated on how to make the lanterns, but we were kind of short on some of the supplies. So we were told Chinatown might be a place to look. We did find the wood and we found some of the paper stickers, but we're still, oh, and the cloth. I got fabric as well. But we still have to get some metallic paper in order to complete that process. But even shopping in the shops, it was so hot. So we picked up the few pieces that we needed, and I got myself a little bit of a Santa Claus cap here for distributing our presents in the building as we get closer to Christmas. And then at that point, Sherry was just had enough, and we ended up calling a grab and then just heading home. And yeah, that was, it's funny how the heat can get to you here. Like normally we're pretty acclimated to this place, but this particular day the humidity was up. It was probably around 33, 34, and yeah, it just got the better of us. So like I said, here's some of the pictures of what it used to look like when it was on the restaurant, the rotis and tea, or on the sidewalk. Yeah, even then, you know, little bits of carpet. It was a kind of a comfortable. I mean, that's right in front of the shop where the caftans come from. And yeah, I guess over time people found it a little bit congestive. So now he's moved to the new location. Sherry took his spot. You can see it's kind of like a little oasis, very comfortable. And yeah, I can't wait to get back there and try their food again.